Hello, Senior Stoner fans. It's the real Senior Stoner back at you for a very important video. I've been asked so many times now, since a lot of you have bought the bomb, hope you're enjoying it, how to clean it. It's simple, it's easy, but it's crucial. You got to maintain your bomb. Regular cleaning of any of these types of devices is very important so you get longevity and the optimal performance of your bomb. So let's get into the steps, and I'll give you some tips for keeping your bomb e-rig in great condition. It's like, don't forget, any other investment you make. You've got to, with a precision piece of equipment, do the proper maintenance and care. A clean rig doesn't only enhance flavor, but you're inhaling pure, contaminant-free vapor. So let's talk about the cleaning process and make it manageable for you guys. First thing I want to talk about is the things you're going to need. You're going to need isopropyl alcohol, at least 90%. You're going to need some swabs. You're going to need a small brush. You're going to need a baggie and possibly a dry cloth or paper towel. I have one. First thing you want to do once you've gathered all your materials is disassemble the unit. Take our glass off, unscrew counterclockwise our atomizer. My finger hurts. I hurt my finger, so it's hard for me to unscrew things these days. Ow. I have what's called trigger finger, unfortunately. So we've unscrewed, separated the components now. So once you've carefully removed the atomizer, removed your glass mouthpiece, keep them safe. You don't want to damage them. And also, while you're looking at this video, maybe go to the user manual or the website to make sure you're doing it to the standard you want to do it to. So first thing we want to do is take the detached parts, put them in a baggie. Put the detached parts, that would be the glass possibly, and the atomizer, right in the baggie. And then put in enough isopropyl alcohol to bury it. Seal the bag and let it sit. What that's going to do is dissolve residue, okay? It's going to dissolve residue, then you're going to dry it and use it again. Cleaning the base, while the other one is soaking, you would take a dipped Q-tip, put the cap back on your alcohol, and then run it around the area that gets the most action. You know what? I'm going to even do it for you because I've got a lot of action on this. I've used this a lot. So what we're going to see is some buildup. But what you want to do is go around the edges, go all around it, so things start to pop out. You can see what I'm getting, okay? Don't be aggressively hard, but it will come out. It might even chip away if it's still dry and crispy. Otherwise, you'll want to use a wet Q-tip and spin it around, get it off those contact points. The key, the reason to do this more than anything else at the bottom, is you want your contact points to be clear. Those brass pieces down there. Once you've done that, you could put your base aside. Then you'll dump the water out of your glass. And you'll start to put your brush in with a little alcohol. You'll have your brush, you might want a longer brush than this. This is for demonstration purposes. Your brush can even go inside the little piece down there. If you have a small enough brush, I bring out my extra small brush for that. All of you should have one, an extra thin brush. Then you go inside the bottom. This is where the reclaim sits. I clean it almost every day after use. So there's not a lot of reclaim built up in here. But let's say you didn't clean it for a week and you've been using it regularly. It'll be brown, it'll be gunky. So what you're going to be able to do is really not get it all out at once. Brown underneath. Let me show you one of our bombs with that happening. And I'll tell you what I do for it. You see the color? See the brown? That's because I'm using the blue one more now. I'm using Tealtronic, and these are kind of sat aside. But you take this product right here, empty the water, fill it with iso alcohol a little bit more, put this in a baggie filled with iso. You can water the iso down. I put salt in also. Shake it up and let it sit. You might have to actually let it sit overnight, something that's gunked up like this. But if you do that, if you let it sit all night, you should have a brand new looking glass in the morning. You can also use things that are not ISO. For example, this is called Grandmaster Smoke Cleaner. There are a lot of things like this. There's 420 juice. What this is high test, I call it. It's not alcohol. So I put some ISO and I put some of this and I shake it up and I put some salt and I let it sit overnight. Then you're going to turn that dirty one into this clean, pristine one. I do it all the time, okay? Don't be scared when the bottom of your atomizer gets discolored. It's normal after use. Much more expensive machines have the exact same thing happen to them, okay? Nothing to worry about. Means you're using your unit properly and getting medication in. We also want to take the cotton swab and go over the bottom of the atomizer, okay? Remember, you haven't put yet in the envelope. It's still out here. You're gonna, when you're using it and it's on the unit, you're gonna swab the inside after you've used it. That'll keep it clean if you're interested in keeping it clean inside. The most important thing is to keep that reclaim chamber, that reclaim area, free and clear of impurities, because what the reclaim area does goes to your lungs, okay? So we don't want that junk going into our lungs. We'd rather have that junk being frankly thrown away. I'm not a user of reclaim. I know some of you do. I throw it away. So you clean the path with a brush. You Q-tip the inside because you cannot immerse the base, okay? The base has to be handled like this, separately. These two pieces can be immersed. The base cannot. This can be immersed and this can be immersed. That cannot. Don't forget, you have all the electronics in here. So you definitely don't want to put this in an all water or all liquid environment, the base. But once you've cleaned everything, once you've gone through the process, okay, you've got to rinse and dry. Once this is floating, the dirty stuff is floating, you flush it out. That's right. I usually put this under the sink on high faucet and this one's going to be easier because once it's clean on the bottom inside, you'll be able to swab right in the middle on your atomizer and clean as a whistle. You might have some darkening on the sides and the bottom from use, but that doesn't mean you'll have stuff. Each piece then has been dried, air dried, and has become ready to be used again. So you want to then simply reassemble. Very easy. You go back and you reassemble everything we just had disassembled the same way. It's very intuitive because things only go one way. You're back in business. The key is regular maintenance. The key is to remember to Q-tip inside your atomizer before you go to bed, after the day's dabbing. Regular cleaning is important to make sure it lasts long for you, to make sure the impurities don't get into your lungs. If you spend a little bit more money and use higher quality concentrates, you'll also have less residue. And also remember to store the rig in a proper place, in a cool, dry place, away from dust and dirt. Keep an eye on things. Atomizers do go bad after extensive use. You'll know that by either it not working or the taste will get bad. Very important that we keep our bomb E-rig in top condition so we get smooth and enjoyable vapor every time. Regularly cleaning doesn't just enhance your session quality, but it makes the rig a happy rig. I truly appreciate everyone being here. Don't forget you can go to bombofficial.com, use my name Senior Stoner, and save a lot of money. It's like getting a free gram of concentrate, the discount you get. Just use my name, Senior Stoner. And this has been The Real Senior Stoner, talking about what's been requested quite a bit, cleaning, and the significance and importance of cleaning. Remember, you need alcohol, you need Q-tips, a pipe cleaner, a brush, a paper towel or a washcloth very clean, and a baggie. Hope I've helped everybody protect their e-rig and get the best possible experience from the bomb. This has been The Real Senior Stoner. You know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, everybody. Send a like. As always, I reply to every comment. Have a wonderful day and enjoy your bombs out there. Don't forget to use the name Senior Stoner for your big discount. Cheers, everybody. Have a wonderful day. And again, thanks for joining The Real Senior Stoner.